let's talk about chord progressions. Just like notes stacked on top of each other give us chords and create the harmony in music, chords that follow after one another provide that harmony continuously to support the melody. And there are certain patterns of chords that are very common because of how our ears like certain melodies. Now, any pattern of chords, if it's repeated enough, will start to become familiar and will sound just fine. But certain patterns, just like certain combinations of notes in chords, naturally sound good immediately, they're harmonious. Certain chord progressions just sound good because of the frequencies and all the things that we've talked about before. Now, these chord progressions, I'm going to use the numbering that we did before. I'll be playing most of this in the key of C because it's easy to do that without looking too hard. But when you know the numbers, if someone says, for instance, that this song is a 1-4-5, then if you're in the key of C, then you would play the 1, a C chord, the 4, the F, the 5, which is G, and then you almost always come back home to C again. So 1-4-5. Another very common chord progression with multiple variations is a 1-6-4-5 in C major. That would be C, A minor, F, G. You'll recognize it instantly. Especially if it's played correctly. So that 1-6-4-5, it can be a 1-6-2-5, 1-5-4-6. Those chords mixed together in almost any order make a nice looping pattern that's very comforting, can be very cheerful, it can feel kind of sad, but it gets you beyond 3 simple chords and can help make a song feel more complicated. But we'll talk about why you're going to choose certain chords in just a minute. In jazz, a really common chord progression is the 2-5-1, where we don't start on the root chord, but we land on it. And to give them the right feel, the 2 is normally, the 2 is going to be a minor chord anyway, but we make that a 7th. Then the 5, we make it a dominant 7th. And then the 1, we'll make it a major 7th. So we get in the key of C, we'd have D minor 7, and then a G7, and then home to a C major 7. So. And that also makes a nice looping progression. Now, you can use any chords. Again, repetition legitimizes. You play the chords in a loop long enough, people will get familiar with it. And jazz musicians will occasionally hit a wrong note, and when they do, they immediately repeat it 6 more times, and then you think, oh, that sounded terrible at first, but they did it on purpose, and now I get it. But the chords should follow the melody. Sorry for wobbling the table like that. The chords should follow the melody. So if you have a good melody, the chords should harmonize with that melody, whether the chord progression you end up with is considered common or expected or not. If you have a great melody, go with it. But if you're trying to create music and you keep coming up with the same simple melodies, working to a different chord progression can nudge you into different melodies, something a little more creative. One of the most common progressions that is a longer pattern than just 3 chords uses 3 chords like that 1, 4, 5 we talked about, C, F, G in the key of C, is called the 12-bar blues. It is 12 bars of music. This is used in blues, but it's used in pop, rock, country, all over the place. And so what it is, I'll run through this, but I'll also write it down. It's 4 bars of the 1 chord, then 2 bars of the 4, 2 bars of the 1 again, 2 bars of the 5, and then 2 bars of 1. And then you loop that. So it would be 4 bars of C, 2 bars of F, back to 2 bars of C, then 2 bars of G, and 2 bars of C to finish it up. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And there are so many variations. You can go to the 4 in different places. You can add a turnaround at the end where instead of going 5, 5, 1, 1, you go 5, 4, 1, 1. You can go 5, 4, 1, 2. So many variations, but that you'll hear that pattern over and over again. A 1, 4, 5, organized that way, the 12-bar blues, common progression. Now, most of this information will help you if you're trying to write music, but if you're trying to learn a song, knowing the common chord progressions, you can figure out the most common chord is going to be the 1, the root chord. Figure out what key the song is by just playing one note that always sounds good. Find that note on the piano. We'll do another video about how to figure out what key a song is in. But if you know that most songs are either a 1-4-5 or a 1-5-4, or they might throw the 6 in or the 2, it's easier to figure songs out, and you'll need that for composing. But otherwise, this is just background information that might help you appreciate why music often sounds familiar, even if you've never heard it before, because it's a familiar chord progression. This is Joel D. Canfield.